How are you getting on today, folks? How are you all doing? Welcome back to another video from Courtney Brothers.
Today's video, we are going at Slurry. I'm on the tanker myself today, for the first half of the day anyways.
First job I'm going at, farmer has mixed himself. He mixed it all yesterday, so should we just go down, drop the pipe in the tank and start spreading.
We are dribble barring. Anything else exciting?
No, not really. Oh, we're picking up our well, new to us piece of slurry equipment today. All going to plan if we have a good day. I'll go spread this first job. Then the next job, Aiden's going to meet me there with the agitator. I'll mix that, then he can work away spreading himself. Today is Saturday, the 7th of February. Yesterday as well was my father's first anniversary. So yeah, a year on again, and life just goes on. A couple of changes, funny when it comes around to this time of year again. Well, I suppose not so funny, but when it comes around to this time of year, how it'll bring up memories and all that. Some good memories, mainly good memories, but I suppose it just takes a bit out of you in that. But it is what it is, and you just got to keep on going on. He'd be excited to see, he always liked to see new stuff coming around. He'd be like to be here now today to see this new piece of machinery coming into the yard. Well, do you know what, the way he was, it was older the better. Something, picking up a new shiny piece of equipment wouldn't excite him too much. Something old, that's when he'd get excited. And the more work that was needed on it, that's when he got interested. But however, yeah, he would be glad, he'd like to be here today to see something new coming into the yard. But anyways, that's it. I have to get a couple of bits in the shed here. Doing a couple of bittings with the quad. And in our spare time, there's power steering in that quad and it's not working. It actually needs two new back wheel bearings as well. There's a bit of a wobble in them. Today I'm treating myself to a new pair of slurry gloves, because the old ones are absolutely stink. After a year as well, just throw them out. Stink, and when you go washing them, they're leaking. Slurry, I suppose, just rots them over time. But these are the gloves. What are they? Port West, great pair of gloves. Easy put on, good long sleeve in them. You can just whack them on with one hand. You don't really need to pull them up or anything, just slide them on. Great job, and off they come. So if your hands are dirty, or if the gloves are dirty, you can put them on and off without pulling and dragging with your hands, you know what I mean? But that's it, nothing else exciting happening here. Hopper still isn't in, but it's very close. Next week she's going in for her bit of surgery, engine in, and a couple other bits. I want to get a few new cables. I need to make a list, and I want to head to Dublin for a day and get a few bits. Weight block is on because it's needed. That's it. Aiden gave it a bit of a wash off for the day where he's finished, because it was pretty rank. Nice to keep it fresh looking when you have the time. What will conditions be like today? Oh, I don't know, to be honest. It's good ground we're going on, bit hilly, could be a bit tricky, don't know, but you'll see in a second. So now we are spreading away here, a couple of loads out. Ground conditions are relatively good. This ground was grazed, so you just don't be down our arms here. Don't be traveling the same ground twice, kind of is the secret here. Odd time you might have no other choice, but kind of work your field in that kind of principle. Gate valve, macerator over. That's diverter switch. I mentioned it before. That switches your hydraulic flow from lifting up and down the arms over to the macerator. So it just saves you having extra pipes and that coming up to the tractor, and saves the spool valve as well, because if I had hydraulic changeover you'd need 4 spool valves in the tractor, so wouldn't you? Yeah, you would, I think. So where the diverter valve is handy. That's just handy. Throw wire in the cab, besides messing with too many pipes and that. Macerator is flying it. Horsing out Slurry. Slurry is nice, not too thick. We are doing about 5.5k here in this. Camera on, and we are doing our round and round spreading method. So go inside the gate. What we're doing here, turning left, start spreading, and keep going around the field. And just leave a bit of access at the gate. This corner here is tight, so besides leaving a big section, and you can see the ground is a bit in yellow there, so you just said to back in it. So I'll stop here now, drive up, back in, and spread away again. But ground is good here, to be fair, considering the weather conditions we're getting and all that. So turn her off and back in. And try not to knock his wall. So yeah, we're away again, but you can see where the ground gets that bit in black when you double up your track. So that is the idea. I have spoke about before about why I go round and round. It's just you'll miss bits on the corners, but when the ground is fresh this time of year, don't be doing anything too fancy. Get as much as you can covered with without doubling up your track. Because if you keep going up and down with, say, work along your longest, straightest fence or wall, going up and down, then you're doing your headlands, turning sharp, and then you're going back and over trying to do your headlands again. And you're just doubling your track, and I don't think it's necessary. Everyone has their own method, but that's mine for this time of year. With a nice rounded corner here, 3 sharp corners feel rounded corner then, but ground is good. We're kind of on sand hills here, so it's great. Yeah, keep throwing the slurry out. We're putting out about 2,500, maybe 3,000 gallons a day or something like that, I'm guessing. Something thereabout. But yeah, happy with the macerator. It's definitely quicker spreading and more consistent. We got rid of the pulsing. What I mean by pulsing, try not to knock the pole, people won't be happy. Pulsing is the slurry coming out, like splashing out like that out of the drill bar. Just keep, well, now it's, if you can see there, it's just nice consistent flow out of it. And that was probably my biggest problem with the vent blocked up and that, so we know the crack with that now, so we'll keep an eye on that for any more. Anyways, we'll stay spreading away here and see how we go. Yeah, ground conditions good, and we get this tank empty, which is great, besides doing a few loads of Mac missing, and we were on to another job then after that, I think. So we're tipping excuse me, we're tipping away nicely here, going nicely, can't complain. Getting slurry out, we'll have the tank empty. I'd say one more load, we'll have 13 loads or something like that altogether. Plenty of poles in this field to keep us on our toes. A few USB and a few telegraph poles. Going grand. What are you spreading with? Splash plates, dribble bar, trail and shoe, disc injectors, and what's the best? Or is it all just a gimmick? Should we just blown her out with splash plates like always? Some people really like the dribble bar, trail and shoe and that. One thing I like it for here, doesn't matter a lot because there isn't a whole lot of grass cover, but if you do a good bit of grass cover, dribble bars or trail and shoe, getting it under the grass, I really see the benefits that way. Does it keep the nitrogen in the slurry? For the scientists it does. I don't know enough about it to say it does. A lot of people that use it keep using it. They like it, to be fair. Probably a cleaner, neater job maybe. Last year then we had, is that loud out there? Last year there was a lot of problems in kind of from mid-February on to Slurry. We got an awful dry spell. I don't know if I mentioned this, I think I did in a video now that I'm talking about it, but Slurry caked up after the dribble bars, and it was just, in some cases it was a bit of a disaster, because there was bits of the caked up slurry coming back in and silage, and I'm not doing a great job at this reversing, just because it got such a dry spell after being spread. And the more than the grass was tedded and raked, if it was mowed out and baled off a 10-foot sward in them cases. We done one case now, and when we were mowing it, it was very clear the slurry was still there. So we just mowed it and baled it off the 10-foot sward. The weather was good, we left it about 2 days to wilt, and it was perfect. But like more raking and tedding and all that, it's just literally the rake is scraping it up and putting it in. But that was a bit of a downside to the dribble bars last year anyway. It's just the dry spell that came afterwards. But yeah, what in your opinion, what is the best? And also, should we be getting these splashes, the little unit you put on the bottom of the dribble bars, each little port that's putting out slurry, and it just splashes it out and spreads it, gets rid of that line, that constant line. This slurry here, perfect dribble bar slurry, plenty of water in it, and it's spreading out. You can actually see it running on the ground underneath. There isn't much fibre in it either. But I seriously going to look into these splashes. Are people using them? I don't think I know anyone around us that's actually using them, but I've seen plenty of videos on that, and I think they could be a good option. And I think they can be put on the Ag Clip dribble bar as well. There's a bit of a shoe on the Ag Clip dribble bar. I think there's special ones. But if any of you know anything about them, let me know. I wouldn't mind a bit of information on them and see what the crack is with them. Just for them dry spells, and if you're spreading and maybe taking up a second cut during the summer and you want to get the slurry spread out as much as you can, but your nitrates regulations or you have to use your LESS, your low emission spreading system, dribble bar, trail and shoe, whatever. I think it could be the way to go, the splashing, but I need to look into it a bit more and see. Yeah, we're chipping away here. We're on the last load or two, and I'll catch up with you when we are filling back the tank. Sucking away, I think. Yeah, I'd say we're pretty much down for our last load. Pretty frothy slurry, but I was kind of dipping it there with that stick, so on the last load or so. Macerator is going good. Small little pinhole here in a pipe. That's probably what we're going to be up against. Bits and holes coming, but it's not bad. Very harmless. I hear air. Maybe I need to back up a foot or two. It's a long pipe I'm on. Try backing up and see. So we're kind of a fast forward. We're in the next job. Got that load done. The job I was in. Aiden's with me spreading. Handy 2-bay tank here. Cattle are out, and had a bit of a mishap there. I'll show you here, the agitator. We got a wash off, but nasty. Shaft is damaged. Cover is right off, and 2 pipes here. Where are you? Here.
One of them bust, the other is just hanging on by a thread. What happened was, when the agitator was put on, the pipes were put that side of the shaft, which I've often done. I thought, well, I never took any notice, to be honest. But then when I dropped the agitator down, pipes were going over this side and they were pulling tight. There was a tight pull here, and just ate the cover off it, ate the pipes out of it, and the shaft is marked. I don't think it's gonna, I think the shaft will be all right, but I have to get a cover, and the way covers are gone now is nearly as cheap by a shaft. But that's today's exciting activities. Aiden's gone spreading anyways. Give this a wash off and head back to the yard. So now we are just heading home, heading back to the yard. Aiden's working away that job, splash plates, long draw, but I don't know what to be in 7 or 8 loads, so that should just fill in the evening for him. All but planned, nice and steady, and the ground he's going on is always dry. It's always good land, so he should work away. That'll be another 2 jobs done today, slurry, and there'll be the tanks empty, so it's great. Oh, excuse me. So should be overall a productive Saturday, and after this we'll go home, take off the agitator. Going to have to go and get a new cover now and new pipes and stuff like that for it. Frustrating, but it is what it is. I wouldn't mind if it's the old agitator. How long were that? 8 years or something like that, and the original cover and pipes or everything. But one of those things, it is what it is. We'll know for the next time. And the reason why the pipes were crossed over the shaft is because there's 2 quick couplers that I actually got new last week for plugging the pipes that wouldn't let the pipes in on one side. So then, in order to do that, quickly pull the pipes across and the shaft, but never thought of them being under pressure. We'll drop the lift in, the pressure came on them. Is what it is. Simple fix. So that will be the first job for Aiden Monday morning. But yeah, that's it. Slurry's going fine. We had more done this time last year, definitely. There's some of the jobs we do the slurry for, they're getting it piped out because the ground is wet and they need it out. And some of the places we're going, we're switching loads and all that. But hopefully, if the weather settles a bit now, we'll be able to stay spreading, and things might settle down and just keep at it. Usually, second half of February and March is our busiest time of slurry. But anyways, that's it. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. Yeah, and don't forget to let me know what you think about the splashes. Has anyone used them or using them? Are they the way to go, or are they a waste of time? Let me know. Cheers for watching. Good luck.